Let's talk about the old days when removing vocals from a recording was like trying to get the sugar out of a cup of tea. Back then, if you didn't have access to the original multi track recordings where the vocals were recorded separately, you were out of luck. If Cliff Richard's early stereo recordings taught us anything, it's that sticking vocals in just one channel could let you chop them out by muting a side. Only catch, you'd lose half the band with the vocals. A classic case of cut off your voice to spite your mix. Once stereo came along, it was a double-edged sword. Sounded great on hi-fi systems, but for live gigs, stereo is like wearing one shoe in a three-legged race. Unless every person in your audience is glued dead center between left and right, they're only getting half the story. If your singer is standing closer to the left speaker, they'll hear mostly what's on the left channel, goodbye harmonies and rhythm from the right. Unless you plan to Velcro everyone to the floor in perfect alignment, stereo can mess with your tuning and timing. So what's the fix? Simple. In a live performance or karaoke setup, pan everything to mono. Left to left and right. Right to right and left. Give every speaker both channels so everyone gets the full musical feast, not just the mashed potatoes. Speaking of karaoke gigs, let's talk about the great sound mystery, why singers often battle to stay in tune, and why mic and music levels are always at war. It starts with input choices. Most karaoke hosts plug microphones into mic ports and music sources into aux or line-in ports. Thing is, those ports were designed for different frequency responses. The mic channel is tuned for live sound, while aux is expecting something already processed and polite. To blend sounds better, plug your music source into the same input type as your mic, preferably into mic inputs via proper DI box or interface. That way you get matched EQs and better control. And yes, learn the sacred difference between gain and volume. Volume controls what's going out. Gain is the gremlin that boosts what's coming in. Pre-recorded music should have gain set to near zero. Use volume to crank it. Gain just distorts things if abused. Your live mics can have a bit of gain, but listen, don't just twist knobs like you're cracking a safe. Now let's discuss the cardinal sin of audio routing, plugging your laptop into the mixer using the headphone jack. That hole is for headphones, not for driving a PA system. You're basically telling your mixer to amplify laptop fan noises and hard drive jitters. Want clean sound? Use an external sound card. That little box converts digital to analog properly and avoids all the nasties hiding in your laptop's internals. Even better, some mixers have USB input so you can stay digital from start to finish. And please, never ever share a power circuit with the fryer, the fridge, and the bartender's curling iron. That buzzing in your speakers? Not bees. It's electrical interference. Get a ground loop isolator. Back in the vinyl days, we had ground wires on our turntables. Same principle, just with a new hat. One more gem. Don't sit behind your speakers if you're running the sound. You wouldn't trust a chef who never tastes their own food, right? Sit where the audience is. Hear what they hear. Or you might think you've got thunderous bass when in reality it's all squeak and hiss. And now, the crown jewel of vocal extraction evolution. We once tried to remove vocals by phase inverting, assuming the vocals were centered and identical in both stereo channels. Worked okay, but anything else dead center, like snare drums or bass, vanished too. Along comes AI, and suddenly we've got software that can recognize and isolate vocals, even different voices. But just when you think you've nailed it, you hit a snag. Auto-tuned vocals. When a voice is processed with pitch correction, the AI gets confused because what it's trying to extract isn't really a human voice anymore. It's a robot impersonating a voice. Oh, and don't get me started on those guys who sing with their hand over the mic head and then complain it's not loud enough. Bro, your hand is choking the mic like it owes you money. You're blocking the signal, draining the battery, and turning your germs into community property. Give those singers a beer bottle to sing into. At least it's sterile. And stop singing while smoking or drinking. Mic heads collect that mess, and what's inside some of those mics would make a virologist cry. In conclusion, karaoke hosts and live sound folk, clean your gear, know your gain from your volume, and stop using headphone jacks for professional gigs. AI might help us strip vocals like never before, but it won't save us from poor audio hygiene or wonky setups. Until then, we'll keep singing in bars, battling stereo chaos, and praying the batteries last just one more chorus.